Welcome to Chef the Chef. I'm your host, Chef Jermaine Bethea. Today we have a great interview with a great chef, phenomenal friend, um, Chef David Simmons out of Atlanta, Georgia area, Jonesboro to be exact, uh, owner of Notiso's restaurant, Notiso's Catering, um, cooking in the kitchen with elbow. Did I say that wrong?
Cooking in the hood.
That,
Cooking in the hood.
um,
Cooking in the hood with elbows.
okay, got it.
Elbows. I'm saying it wrong. Elbows cooking in the hood.
See, and uh,
I'm saying it wrong too.
see that's old age setting in.
Right.
Me and David's been in the
You
kitchen a
call it
lot.
what you want.
We've opened up restaurants together. We've stood alongside
Yes,
each other in restaurants, pretty much as at culinary war, like you say. When once the tickets start rolling in, we were arm in arm, standing by each other. Uh, he's a great guy, great friend. Chef David, give us a little bit of background about who you are in the culinary world.
Okay. Well, like you say, Chef David, elbows cooking in the hood. That's what it is. Elbows cooking in the hood. Now we got it right.
You had somebody tell you that in your ear, didn't you?
No, it just came to me. It just came to me like a recipe. That's what it was. It just came to me like a recipe. But yeah, just ordinary boy, love cooking, passion for cooking, and just one day decided to just go ahead and pursue it. And so I got the nerve up after 25 years of being out of school and going back to school.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was at your graduation.
Yes, you were.
I
Yes,
was
you
at your
were. Yes,
graduation.
you were. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yeah. So, and from that, it was just. I mean, it's just been. What can I say? A blessing ever since.
Hmm.
Blessing ever since. So it's been one goal after another. One hill, one mountain,
Yeah, got to keep
one
climbing.
stream after another. But keep it moving. Yep.
One thing I will say about you, and I love giving chefs their credit when it's due, is that with your restaurant, your catering, your thing. One thing I will say is you keep going, no matter what happens. You keep going.
Yes, sir.
Um, from the first restaurant to everything else to the catering that we've done, and me calling you saying I need some help, you calling me, things like that. You've always been on the move. You've always been on the go. Um,
Yes, sir.
and that's a blessing for that. Um, Congratulations on the LA Times article,
Thank
and
you. Thank
I
you.
heard New York Times also. Can I say that?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can say it, but it's not out yet. But we did do an interview today.
So on that article, what was the focus on that article for you?
Well, the main focus was the just the whole getting back to business at during this COVID and opening the state opening back up
Mhm.
and the whole thing about whether it's too soon or it's a good
Okay.
time mhm. So and my like a take on it is although I love my restaurant and I love business and uh, love I just still think it's too soon
Got
for
it.
us to be opening back
And,
up the way we're
and,
opening
I,
back up
and
now.
understanding it from your perspective as a restaurant owner, that's a big step to say,
Yeah,
it's too soon. Um, I get
yeah,
your your feelings behind that. Um, what do you say to the restaurant
yeah.
owners that are really struggling? And not saying that you're not struggling, because like I know you personally. Not saying that you are struggling, but what do you say to the restaurant owners that are really struggling to make ends meet because their restaurant is actually closed now? Because I don't know if you
I,
heard,
I,
there's
I
quite a few restaurants that actually Morimoto closed his New York location down today. So
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
big
I,
restaurant.
I've been hearing a lot of restaurants, like a lot of major restaurants
Yeah,
have been closing. So I know, me being a little small restaurant, and other restaurants being little
it's
small
not that
restaurant, I know
small.
they're taking a hit. You know, huh?
It is not
Yeah,
that
I mean,
small.
you know.
So But and
But
how are you
but
dealing with it personally?
I just take I'll say, huh?
How are you dealing with it personally? Uh, to keep Nosoto's sorry, no, I keep saying it wrong, and I've been saying it wrong for years. To keep Noticeos
Notice so. Right.
keep going. How are you dealing with it personally?
Well, I mean, I'm just really just um living by faith.
Uh,
Living by faith.
Amen.
I'm hanging in there, and I'm just, creative as I can be,
Yeah.
to make it work. You know, like at my restaurant, I'm still not allowing dining in. Everything is takeout or delivery.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel that although I'm open up, I have to do my part.
Yeah. And do you think your support system, because I will say, uh, your family support system, your church support system, how have they played a part in helping you to keep going? Because I will say, as long as I've known you, you've had that great support system from outside stuff.
Yes, yes,
And it's been a blessing, honestly.
yes, yes.
So
Yes, they have been a major part. Just the love, and it's a blessing. I mean, I can recall one day, um, my Cash App just started,
hmm yeah,
and it was just different people. Some people I didn't know, and it was just coming in, and I'm grateful for that, And like I say, it's I just keep the faith. I know, I know it's gonna be all right. I know it's
yeah,
gonna be all right. I don't have a concern of when or how. I just know it's going to be
yeah,
all right.
yeah. How do you
So I just hold on to that. I just hold on to that, and I go in day by day.
I believe me, I fully understand that. And like I said, just knowing you personally, knowing who you are as a person, not even just as a chef, uh, knowing those things, and me being able to see those things in you, or see certain things in you, say, you know what, no matter what happens, there's going to be another restaurant, there's going to be another catering company, there's going to be another this, there's going to be this, and things like that. Explain to us elbow. Um, because people may not understand that, but explain to us Elbow's Cooking in the Hood, and how that came about.
Well, elbows cooking in the hood. Well, a lot of people don't know, but Elbow has been a nickname of mine for
Mm-hmm.
many years now. So
Since
so
New Jersey.
yes,
See?
yes, back in Jersey, yes. So I Elbows Cooking in the Hood. I came up with Elbows Cooking in the Hood because I watched. I never really was into a lot of cooking shows
Yeah.
because a lot of times when I watch cooking shows, for the average person that that's not a chef, that's
Mm-hmm.
watching the cooking show, cannot relate to a lot of stuff
Definitely.
in the cooking shows that they mainstream or whatever.
Definitely.
So I said Elbows Cooking in the Hood. I said I wanted to do a show where relatable.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have the whisk, you got old fork. You don't have this stainless
No,
steel mixing bowl, not a crunchy crock bowl.
you were
You know
you
what I'm
you
saying?
were
You
using an
want to
old beat up
dust your
chicken
you
pan
want to
one
dust
day.
your chicken.
You were using an old beat up
Right,
chicken pan
right.
one day, and I was like, okay,
You
then you
want
went to pull that
you
out.
want
But it made the best
the
fried chicken
groceries.
ever.
Exactly. Them grocery store bags, and then,
Oh,
that big can of old chicken grease on the counter.
but
That's
and you know
you can
what?
relate to that. So that was Cooking in the Hood.
That's different because it's very relatable. It is different, like you said, having a country
Yes.
top bowl. I mean, we all grew up saving those bowls, and we know we use it for everything other than butter or
Right.
margarine
That was
or
your
whatever that constraint
Tupperware.
was. So I get that. We use it for cereal bowls.
Right.
I get it. So
Right.
and when you watch
Right.
Elbow Cooking,
Exactly.
you can tell it's comical, but it's not a comedy type show. It has some funny things in it, but it's like you said, you would see that same pot that you pulled and fried that chicken in that day with that old fork to flip it over.
Yes, sir.
It's the same pot that your grandmother would have because it tastes. There's flavor in there,
Exactly.
and you've had it for years. So
Exactly.
that's a blessing.
Exactly.
You know what? He's doing stuff that I would have done in my house. He's doing stuff that I would have done, or doing stuff. His pots look like my pots. He doesn't have a $3,000 set of pots here. And it makes people say, okay, you know what? I can go in the kitchen and he's doing it. I can go in the kitchen and do it all. So it's not, yeah, you might joke around here and there, but it's like, okay, wow, it's a blessing for someone who doesn't have that confidence to be able to see you do it, and then they go in their own kitchen and do it.
Right.
As far as the catering, how has your catering been impacted? Are you still doing the pre-made meals? Is that sustaining you, or do you have other things working for that during that time frame?
No, honestly, right now, the whole catering side is like a halt. Yeah, I mean, on Mother's Day, I did a small one, just for 10 people. But other than that, there's really been no catering, because nobody's gathering.
Yeah.
Nobody's gathering, so it's not. And I'm saying, the business caterings that I had, everybody's meeting virtually.
Yeah.
So nobody's getting together for that. So this catering, catering is like nothing right now.
Where do you see the Atlanta food scene, or not even just Atlanta, but where do you see the national food scene after this pandemic is over? Once we get back to our new normal, where do you see the culinary scene going?
I think I really see it as like I say, it's you're gonna have to find your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to find your creativity in it. I mean, it's changed so much already to me. You know what I'm saying? From what I, the new norm. Like I say, with the takeout. A lot of people now, you have people that's willing to dine in, but a lot of people's not. And you're gonna just have to get real creative with it.
Yeah,
it's gonna. It seems like a lot is going to be delivery. And
now, are you equipped to manage that delivery system, or are you equipping yourself now to be a part of that change and excel when it does happen again?
Yes, that's what I'm working towards that now.
Okay.
Working towards that now. You have the different delivery sites, that you can. However,
now, how has that been for you? Like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. How has those delivery sites worked for you? I know I've heard some horror stories, but then I've heard some really, really good stories about them. And how has that helped? How has it helped, or how has it hurt? Notice those.
And it, with me, it just I've been having the service. I'm not going to say the name of the service, but I've been having the service for a while now, and to be honest, I'm not pleased with it. I'm not pleased with it at all.
What's the what's the biggest
so
drawback?
what I'm doing? Well, I mean, for one, they don't advertise you the way they say they're going to advertise you.
Okay.
When I every now and then I'll go on the site myself just to see how I'm listed and everything, and I'm not. I wouldn't order.
Got it.
You understand? And then they don't have a way that you can change it to to make it more appealing. You got to go by. Then they want their percentage, and so. I think with the way things are going now, and I would encourage other businesses as well to go back to getting your own delivery service. Get your own drivers to deliver your own food. How back in the day, like when we sold meals out in the house, and you had the caravan to come pick up in the station wagon with the brown paper bags and stuff, and load up and take them chicken dinners. Come on, let's get on back to chicken dinners. get on back in the streets. That way.
I get it. Believe me. And you know what? Those be some of the best meals ever.
Right.
Just knowing that, okay,
Right.
if somebody up the street that was selling dinners, those were some of the best meals ever. So
right. And then if you know, if you know who's delivering your meals, you know that when they deliver your meals, your customers are getting the same experiences as if they would have came into your restaurant, because you want to give them the same thing. When these people pick up, you don't know who they are. People eating a piece of chicken on the way, and
I get that. I get that 100%.
Yeah.
As far as the mentorship, I will say you mentor a lot of people
Yes.
throughout the years. There's been people in and out of the restaurant and things that I've seen, even on days where I just went there to eat myself, just to come in and eat, and I've seen, okay, here's somebody that I'm mentoring or help working with and things like that. How does that drive you? That mentorship drive you?
Oh man, it's awesome. It's awesome because it's a great feeling just to know somebody's to see somebody interested, and that you can pour into them.
Yeah.
And I get it because somebody did it for me.
Yeah.
Chef Jermaine did it for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody out there, that's my mentor right there.
I won't take all the credit, but yeah. But it's a blessing when you meet a person that has the love and passion that you do.
Right.
And asks you to say, listen, can you help me learn this better, or can you mentor me in this area and things like that?
Right.
That's always a blessing for any other chef to be able to say, okay, not to point the finger, say I helped him. Know the souls is partly mine because I helped you and things. No, my thing is I want to see you do good. I want to see you do not just do good, but do great. I want to see you, and you're walking in your godly passion. So I want to see you excel at it at all times. So that's why there's been days where when I would go into the restaurant, if you were in the weeds, I wasn't just going to sit there and let you be in the weeds.
Definitely
and you were like, I just walk back in his kitchen. Listen, he needs help right now. He had a call out or whatever. And I just happened to walk in. I'm helping you out.
That's right.
Versus coming and saying I'm getting a free meal, and things like that. That's me being that friend, that mentor to you, and then still pay for my meal. So because that's a part of support. What people don't realize is our friends and family want to come to our restaurants and come to our have us cater for them, and they don't understand support. Support is okay, paying for your food. I had to pay for this food somewhere. I had to buy this. I had to buy that. My time and labor, it costs money, and I'm pretty sure you've had it a lot throughout the years of people saying, "Okay, come and cook for me, come and this," and we've had conversations about it. And it's like, listen, you got to know when to cut it up. You have to know when to cut them off. How do you deal with that? How do you let that person down without letting them down or being mean to them?
Well, I feel that honesty is the best policy.
I understand that. I understand.
Honesty is the best policy, and you just gotta tell them. I feel you, and I, you like I'll cook for anybody. If I have the time, if I have to, I'll do it if I can. If I understand, everybody don't have, but I just, at some point when it comes to catering, you gotta let people know that you might not need a caterer.
Yeah.
You might need to drive over to Popeye.
Yeah. Oh boy, I've had those conversations.
you don't need a caterer.
I've had those conversations. I understand that.
Yeah. So that's how I do it. You learn, you live, and you learn. You live and you learn. But if I can help, if I don't have nothing to do, I'm all in. I'm all in anyway.
And that was one, I think, our bond. It was, you call me, okay, no problem. Let's make it happen. I call you, okay, no problem. Let's make it happen. And it was animosity of oh, I've been in the business a lot longer, or I have a better title, or I have a higher title, or I'm doing this here and you're not. It was the thing of, okay, let's have fun. That's always the thing in the kitchen with you. No matter who was with us, it was just, okay, let's have fun. Let's have fun. Let's go in there and do what we love to do, and give people a great product. Give our guests a great product. How are you still in contact with the guests, your guests, the way you normally have been? Are they still coming by? Because the way where your location is, you have a really good traffic. And what I noticed when we were in there doing the last taping, or the remodel actually, was that a lot of people walked up and were genuinely asking, just, hey, how's Chef David? Is he here today? It was that thing of the community love. So how's the community still embracing you during this time of this pandemic time?
Well, it's, you know, like I said, slowly but surely, everyone is coming back around. Like I was telling someone earlier, like a lot of my clientele over there are older.
Yeah.
You know, they're older people. So, you know, a lot of the older people are still in the house, you know, a lot of them. So I haven't seen a lot of my older, but, you know, some more regulars, they starting to come back around. They're starting to come back around and, you know, checking and you know, even if they just stop in to see how's everything going, you know, they'll come around and check, you know. So it's been pretty good.
And during the downtime, what have you done to better yourself? Because for me, I've went and got a couple different certifications, not going back to school, but just taking certification classes, and preparing for the rest of the year, to a sense, as far as traveling, things like that. What have you done during this downtime to prepare yourself for the world to reopen, quote unquote?
You know what? Actually, what I did on my downtime, Chef, I rested.
You know, I'm not mad at you.
I rest. I got rest and wait.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you though.
I said,
but you know what? I will say, I have to get that fried cauliflower. I'm eating it regularly now because of you, and that was something that I would probably. I'm not going to eat no fried. I'm a meat eater, but I'll try anything, and it's like, you know what? There's so many ways you can actually make this. That was the fun thing about being in the kitchen with you. It was because the mentor was being being the mentee, and the mentee was being a mentor, and we just passing stuff back and forth. And a lot of times, people don't take that. They don't take criticism. They don't take somebody being able to walk into their home, because your restaurant is your home. You almost 18 hours a day a lot of times, so that's your home, and it's hard for people to say, you can walk into my home and tell me not what to do in my home, but say, okay, you know what, let's try this, let's do this, and have that person listen. You see a lot of shows, a lot of restaurant remodeling shows and things like that, to where the owners are the problem. One thing I will say, when we came in that day, we weren't planning on remodeling anything.
Right.
It was so funny, because we got there and it was like, okay, hold on, let's do it. And it was just, let's move something for the video shoot, and not let's move something and change it. It's like, hey, well, now this looks better here. It's like, so it's how did that experience, or how does that to a sense humbling makes you better as a chef? How does that make you better as a chef?
Man, when I tell you, when you guys came through and you did it, because and for one, the fact of knowing it's nothing but love, you know, that makes a huge difference in taking any criticism. When you know someone is looking out for you, and you know somebody got your best interest at heart, it makes it easier. But I'll tell you, when you guys came through, one of the greatest things was that next morning when I opened those doors, it was so refreshing.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just energized me, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know how every now and then you gotta, you know, stop at the pump and get filled up, you know what I'm saying? I got my fill up. So I was able to go a little further.
It wasn't planned. And I have to give a shout out to Chef Tammy. She came in and
Yes.
she actually, God put it on her heart and put it on my heart and said, you know what, follow her lead on that. And everything she touched came out great.
It did.
So I do appreciate that. Now,
And believe me, everything, I mean, numbers, everything
yeah,
went up.
yeah, but that's a mentor.
Went up after that.
That's a friend helping a friend. That's a chef
Right.
helping a chef to say, you know what, your business is no more smaller than my business. If I can help you build your business, I'm going to help you build your business. And that's one of the things we've based our friendship on. We've been friends for a while, based that long-term friendship on, to where it's like, okay, you know what, when I come to town, I got to stop and check you out, whether it's at your house or the restaurant. I have to be able to do that. And that's a thing that will never change between us.
Exactly.
So it's always refreshing. It's always fun. It's always that thing of saying, you know what, I can call on Chef David.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, I'm calling you to cater something.
Call on you. Yeah.
Or I have an event that I can't take. Here's the information. Reach out to this person. That's a huge thing for other chefs to do, because a lot of times we're so busy building our business that we don't try to build someone else's business or help them build their business during that time frame. And that's something that from me to you as a friend to a friend, that's something that I love about our friendship and our sense that we have. As far as traveling, where's the best place you love to travel to eat? As far as around, whether it's in the country or outside of the country and things like that.
This is sad. This is sad. You know, the best thing where I would like to go and eat
is your mother's house.
No. That too. But I'm saying that too.
She's great.
Yeah, mommy. Yeah, my mother's house. That's the answer.
Yeah.
No. Hi, Mom. But you know what? To go to New York and get a slice of pizza.
It's New York and New Jersey have their pizza is so different from everywhere else around the country or around the world. It's the rusty water. And I'm probably gonna get somebody's probably gonna say me a nasty gram for this, but it's the rusty water. It makes the pizza dough taste that much better.
Yeah. So just the same as it make the Kaiser rolls a little better, a little crunchy on the outside, that water.
And each place has its own unique feel. And cooking in different places, like you're from New Jersey, cooking in New York and New Jersey area, Connecticut area, Philadelphia area, and then going to cook down in Atlanta, Florida, Alabama. How was that experience? What's been your plus or minus, or the experience takeaways that you have in each area, or where do you like to cook the most at?
Well, I like my restaurant Know the Soul, north to south, and people tend to ask me, what's the difference between the food in the north and the food in the south when it comes down to soul food. And my take on it is, up north, we cook with flavor. We cook with plenty of flavor, In the South, excuse me, South, I love the South, but they cook with less flavor, but they cook with a whole lot of love.
Yeah.
So when you put that flavor and you put that love together, you have a wonderful thing. So,
And that's what Notice Those is. I haven't had anything bad there. And here's the one thing that we've talked about. You're not flashy. You're not flashy. You're not this. You create great food. The flavors that you put into your dishes are excellent. Like you made a chili, and I was like, man, this chili tastes great. Tomorrow, the next day, and it's like, okay, wow, this chili is amazing. And that's not something that you get a lot of places. They have and you're the king of not measuring, to a sense. It's like, how much should go into it. And it's like, you know what? And just to watch that, like, you know what? Okay, that's Chef David.
Yeah.
But that's
And you know what? And you know what? That's one of the things that I don't know if it's an issue or what, because
if it works for you, it's not an issue.
okay, it works. It works. It works.
But
But you know, and maybe you can help me with this. You know, I know because being in the restaurant industry, I know people tend to come. If they come and they taste one thing, they come back and they tend to want to taste the same thing. So I don't know if that's an issue because, like, a lot of times I may twist some things around and it may not taste exactly the same. I mean,
for you, honestly, and for what you've done, and for your clientele, they love it actually. That's the thing, they love it. Even when like the macaroni and cheese balls, and it was just like, okay, you know what, these are amazing. But then he's like, okay, I'm gonna spice it up a little bit. That made it better. It was like, you know what, that little bit of heat you put to it made it better, and they loved it even more. So it's like you have a thing of pushing your talent as far as being a chef to say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna not be scared to apply flavor to it. I'm gonna not be scared to apply this or not be scared to apply that. So that's always been a thing that you have that some people don't have, some chefs don't have. So it's one of the things with Notisos that people come back for the flavor. They come back for Chef David. They come back for Elbow. They come back for all of those things.
Right.
So never. It's same as this. Back to this mentoring thing, but it's like I told you before, you have a lot of fun in the kitchen. Your kitchen is always fun. Always, no matter what's going on, you always have a lot of fun in the kitchen. So that's what people want to work with. That's what makes other
that's
people.
My playground.
That's what that's what makes you better as a chef. So that's I mean, get off my mentoring box there and get back
to any day. I'll take it any day now. I'll take it any day. I'll take it any day.
Is there a cookbook in the works, or is there just the videos and stuff in the works? What do you have coming up soon?
Yeah, I do have. I got some more quarantine videos coming up.
Yeah,
got some more videos that'll be coming up. Cookbook, I've thought about it. I'm gonna pray about it.
No, don't feel bad because I've been working on mine for a minute. I just hate typing it up and sitting there. It's like I can't do it. So
wait a minute. Every time I think about a cookbook, the thoughts come to my head is like, well, what I put in it? What did I?
So you put Chef David on the paper. That's what it is. You put Chef David on the paper, and people will love it.
Yeah,
people will love it.
And also, I'm working on a new product. I can't say what it is just yet.
Okay.
But I'm working on a new product. Huh?
I said we'll definitely be looking for that one.
Yes. I'm working on a new product, and I think it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting.
Now, see, when you say interesting, I don't know if I should be scared or happy.
Look, you know me, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm scared or happy with
That's why you don't know if you should be scared or not.
Oh man. But that's gonna wrap up our interview with Chef David Simmons. Like I said, a great guy. Notiso's restaurant. Give them your contact information and your social media, so they can contact you and actually reach out for those that are in the Atlanta area in Jonesboro.
Okay, and Facebook is the Notiso's Catering. Instagram Notiso's Catering. Also Instagram Chef Elbow. Yeah. All right. And I'm at 253D North Main Street in Jonesboro, Georgia. 253D North Main Street, Jonesboro, Georgia. And you can also look at me YouTube, Elbows Cooking in the Hood.
All right, that'll wrap it up. That's it for Chef to Chef. I'm your host, Chef Jermaine. Our guest today was Chef David Simmons. You can see us every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Follow me on all my social media. Follow me on my website, chefjermainebethea.com, for more info. If you also want to be a guest, please reach out to me and we can make that happen. Okay. Have a good day.